We are not in the basement for you.
We are not.
We're Broovies. And to prove it, there's a handful of drunks here. Just a handful.
Drunks!
Way to go,
Clearly
drunks.
drunk, they're applauding us.
We're here to lead you to the promised land.
Get a life, you rummies. It's noon.
We're Broovies, Cinema Pub in Salt Lake. So thanks for having us, Broovies. Appreciate it. Before we introduce the panel and get things going here, before it gets out of hand is what I'm saying. Let's thank the sponsors, and then I'll introduce everyone. All right.
I'll finish my chips.
Go ahead and finish your chips. You'll be all right. I want to thank, of course, PCLaptops.com.
Yay!
Home of Dan the Laptop Man and the Juggernaut.
What now?
A computer so powerful it can run two small countries or an galactic empire. Can't believe I typed "and galactic
I can't
empire."
believe it.
Right.
Jeez.
I'm terrible.
Where's your grammar?
I know. Has the fastest processor, 12 cores, can hold 2 of the best video cards available today. Also has 1 terabyte solid-state hard drive with no moving parts.
Wow.
And congratulations to Umar in New York, who has ordered one from Dan, I guess.
That's right.
He's a friend of the podcast out there.
So he will control the world soon.
He will. Oh, my God. The Umar Empire. Not good.
I think I saw those guys on Doctor Who the other night. We are the Umar.
Umar. Sorry.
Well, that was good. Dr. Volt's Comic Connection, 2043 East, 3300 South. If you get a hold, or what in other parts of the country is called a pull,
A what?
or a tug. No, sorry, I can't talk to anyone right now. I'm doing a podcast. Dr. Volt's, you'll get 10% off every purchase over $20. And go see them for all your good stuff. SecretCompassCollectibles.com is back with us. They've got a whole bunch of new Captain America stuff.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That is very nice. Like
Nude Captain America.
some action figures and busts and things like that. You will love it. Oh, and they have my Kirk chair, my Captain Kirk chair there.
Yep.
I know, so I found out where one is.
All over.
I know.
How much is it?
Also, I can't remember. I'll have to look.
2,500.
I think it's more than that.
5,750.
I think it's because
$1,701.
Christian Slater sat in it, so it's probably costs a lot more.
I probably make it worth less.
It's got his DNA on it.
Oh.
Newmonts.edu for Newmont University. Get yourself a job inside of the internet.
Ah,
Yeah.
In the tubes?
You'll be bored. You'll be Tron.
it's like Willy Wonka.
So there you go. There's the sponsors without incident. All right, here's the panel.
Well done.
Let's go to Married at the Movies, Jeff and Jimmy.
Yay.
Jimmy Martin from slugmag.com and Jeff Weiss, film critic to the world.
Some people call him Butterface.
Why would they do
This
that?
fucking jerk does.
This is terrible.
Why do you call him Butterface?
Because apparently house elves get drunk on butterbeer, and I said that it gives Vice butterface.
We all know the truth. You're really attracted to his body, but you don't think he has a very hot face.
Well, that's why I turned him around.
Whoa.
So you guys do it through a hole in the sheet, right?
We're sharing our secrets.
Thank God we got through the sponsors.
Jeff Weiss, film critic to the world, including MSN's Parallel Universe. And, of course, these two host the cable TV sensation in HD.
Big Movie Mouth Off.
Big Movie Mouth.
Like us on Facebook.
Yeah, according to Vice, we're not a celebrity jerk-off show.
We did the best interview last week. I was very candid with Slug Magazine, and essentially I called every other movie review show in the Valley a celebrity hand job show.
They really are.
Good job, Ben Stiller.
That's
Everything
beautiful.
he's good.
Yep. Over here to my right, Lee George Cade.
And the man who lived.
The amazing, he's very stoic tonight. Have you noticed? He's not his
He's injured.
usual boisterous self. Injured. Well, and you'll hear the story of why he's
story,
injured. He was a superhero this
I
week.
wanted to make sure I plug my new show on Comcast. It's Big Booby Shirt Off.
Oh, I love that show.
It's in HD.
I review boobs. It's pretty awesome. So.
Have you given any bad reviews yet?
Actually, yes, I did.
It's just a jerk-off show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Them tits are 4 thumbs down.
It's one of those jerk-off.
I'll plug my business after I get done being vulgar.
Okay. Let's see, Shannon. Mr. B.
What's going on?
The
Injured.
It's the summer of Shannon.
Oh, bullshit. Fuck this summer in its butthole.
Who is also injured.
Yeah.
Just put a sheet on
And
it.
apparently racist.
Really?
Yeah.
It's news to me.
That's a funny story. Maybe I'll share it later.
All right. Scott Pierce, TV critic for the Salt Lake Tribune.
And here's your assignment this week.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Follow me on the damn Twitter. I'm not exactly sure why I care, but I care.
Gotcha.
And I am at Scott D. Pierce. It's like all one thing. There's no periods. It's Scott D. Pierce. Follow me. I need followers. I don't know why.
Did you say followers or minions?
That's what the kids are saying these days.
He says I don't know what it is, but my boss said
I
that
do
I
it.
have to.
I tweet.
Yeah.
I tweet.
You could get such scintillating tweets as, "What is this?"
No,
What's
but
happening?
No, but there's this Google thing now that's like supposedly supplanting Facebook,
It's
which
not.
I just figured out. Facebook.
It's not.
Do
Sort
you
of.
Google Plus?
No, don't. Ooh, you guys.
It's part of the revenge scheme by Tom from MySpace.
Google Plus.
Follow
I
me.
told you guys what I'll do for
What?
I'll suck your dick for an invite.
You will?
Suck your dick.
Wow.
I'll just give you a cheeseburger.
No,
How about
actually,
that?
I've already got an invite, and I don't care.
So
Well,
you
you
just
never
suck
asked
the
me
dick
for an
anyway.
invite.
But you cared enough to sign up. That's the.
No, I didn't sign up.
Oh, you just got an invite. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got an invite too.
I'll wait and see.
You should put it on eBay.
You know what? I got it. You know what? If it does as good as Google Wave, I'll sign up.
Designated driver for the Geek Show podcast, Too Tall Tony, Triple T.
Hey!
And he is joining us here as well. Join us on Facebook and Twitter as well, and geekshowpodcast.com. And thank you to Comcast Channel 1, Utah On Demand, Salt Lake Alternative, and some TV.
And Gary Jackson.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Hi.
He's our
Hi,
host.
everybody.
Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, x96.com, because let's face it, everything else Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 is just shit.
What about my show?
Well, you're okay.
It's good for an hour.
You know, and that's a real shitty thing to say because that's the time slot for big booby shirt off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, the radio version of it's terrible.
I know.
It is.
It's true.
They're so flappy.
I don't have enough of an imagination. I can't. All right, let's start things off with the way I like to,
Okay.
which is
Can we fight?
which is an old Star Trek star bad mouthing Shatner.
Oh, come on! It's like picking on the crippled.
Well, it's Walter Koenig, so it's essentially
Oh,
the same
Jesus.
thing.
Oh my God! Dueling
Who's that?
toupees.
Dueling toupees, yes. Actually, he stopped wearing his.
Well,
Koenig-
good for him.
Koenig has stopped wearing it, and
He wins.
He should put it back on.
Oh, really?
It's because they found it on his
Excuse
kid
me?
in that part.
Are you saying there's something wrong with people who need
No, but
who don't have hair?
But Koenig, looks like Mr. Burns. Really does.
Does he?
He should put it back
Excellent.
on. He really should. Here's what he had to say about William Shatner.
He's fat and old.
He is the most wonderful person that I have. No, wait, that's not.
No.
Right. So, he said he was no Patrick Stewart.
Huh?
That's
well,
what he
That's
says.
true. Patrick Stewart can act.
No. And Patrick Stewart didn't wear a toupee.
Obviously not.
Koenig said that Shatner's invitation to appear on his show Raw Nerve had been very generous, and in my old age, I'd like to think it was genuine. And I watched this, and Koenig had every chance. Shatner just kept laying it out, just like, go ahead, come after me, come on. And he was nice. But then he gets off, and he starts badmouthing.
Okay,
That's the world, isn't it?
That
Yeah.
I don't like.
Everybody's tough on the internet.
Bill just never got it. Bill wasn't Patrick Stewart. We never had the respect for our captain the way the Next Generation crew had with theirs.
He knows it wasn't a real ship, right?
Exactly.
Why don't I ever get a promotion?
Well, he only had 2 seasons to have any respect.
Let's see. William Shatner was an egomaniac. How unusual for an actor.
Exactly. Listen, I got news for you.
Actually, is an egomaniac.
Koenig.
And if you want to see some fine acting from Patrick Stewart, might I recommend the first 2 seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation now streaming on Netflix.
Well, no,
As I like
I'm
to
going to
call it,
disagree there. That's not the problem. with
Spandex: The Next
The
Generation.
problem was not the acting. The problem was the writing.
Oh yeah.
Walter Koenig's a vagina.
They're-
Exactly.
What a vagina?
I have done a terrible job of raising my children, however, because
Okay, explain.
I was watching an episode of Next Generation on BBC America, and my daughter walked in the room and said, "Is this a TV show or a movie?" And I thought,
Really can't tell the
I
difference.
have
can't
no
tell the difference.
daughter.
And she was smoking crack.
You should really have her put down or
no,
something.
the smoking crack part didn't bother me. The not knowing Star Trek, that kind of
Okay,
bothered
that
me.
really bummed you
Just
out.
take her to a farm.
There's a wonderful farm where
Come Come on, Hillary, you want to go for a ride? Want to go for a ride?
Did I say Hillary? Did I say it was her?
It's a farm where TV critics' children's get to play and watch Star Trek.
Shannon's leg is there, and it's okay. My stomach's hanging out, drinking a martini.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you? But we have fans. We have fans that you wouldn't even think of, because when
I don't think of them a lot.
when I saw you at the Pride Parade.
Yes.
And we exchanged beautiful
meaningful
hug
glances?
Yes, I was in the parade. Pierce was on the sideline.
And he called me over, and I gave him a hug.
Yes.
And I'm standing there with my daughter and a bunch of her friends, and one of them goes, "Does he know Kerry Jackson?" Oh, yes, he
know
does.
him. I've slept
And
with him. He
says, "Does he know of the?" Speaking of me, does he know about that Geek Show podcast?
See, that's what happens when you miss so often, and that's what happens.
I
here.
know. Sorry.
All right.
I just get security guards helping me out. They go while they're unlocking my car. Geek Show says, "Hey." That's kind of creepy.
Lee mentioned Netflix.
Yes.
And
God, I'm glad we're talking about
everybody's.
I'm not.
Everyone's
You're
pissed.
I'm not mad about
You're
it.
not
I'm not
pissed?
mad about
I'm
it
not
either.
pissed about
I'm
this.
just
in the
gonna,
slightest.
I'm going to switch to the one option.
Yeah.
I was already
oh,
like
wait,
that.
they-
I haven't gotten physical media from Netflix.
Let's-
in 2 years.
Let's remember the history of this. The streaming was added as a freebie.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
What, 3-4 years ago, it was added as a freebie. It's something that you got for free. Now they're saying 60% of their business is coming from streaming, so they need to separate it so they can pay for the bandwidth. And what they're saying now that the Netflix has surpassed porn as far as bandwidth
Oh, I don't
usage on
believe
the internet.
that.
Yes.
That is hard.
Oh,
Yes.
everyone who believes that anything has surpassed porn, please.
Well,
Well,
anyway.
no, and that's the thing. It's like
Well, there's porn on Netflix.
Hey, Scott.
So you
Geek
get rid
Show
of the
podcast
discs.
has.
you get rid of the discs, and you're paying $7.99 a month for unlimited streaming.
Yeah.
Well,
Doesn't it have something to do
But
with
they are kind of messing with the streaming too.
Yeah,
which
they
I
are,
read.
and the discs also. The other with the streaming, you get the discs, you get the DVDs. Not even the day that they're released. I mean, you
No,
can't.
you're
get
about 30 days late.
You're about 30 days late.
That's because a bunch of bitches like Redbox and what's
Who?
it,
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster complained that they weren't competitive, that they weren't being
Right.
able to level, and they're still out of business. So fuck them.
But that's the thing is that if you're an old school subscriber, you have until September to decide. Let's see, the DVD plus streaming subscription package will change and go up. I can't decide, whether, because Sue gets the DVDs, she likes them. I watch most of the stuff on streaming because they got all that Marvel content on there and the Star Treks and stuff like that.
I'm trying to decide too because I've got the big pack where you get the 3. You can have the 3 DVDs.
That's only going
and
up $4.
$4, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
so
quit
what?
your bitching,
I
you
would-
fucking assholes.
God, I mean, Jesus Christ, action figures have gone up $4 in the last 5
But
years.
My thing is, I don't do the streaming that much because I think the content on it kind of sucks dick.
It's limited. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, but
And
that-
now the other thing I've heard they're doing is they're going to get rid of the queue.
Really?
They're getting rid of the queue
No
on.
way.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They're getting rid of. I read that this morning. They're getting rid of the queue on the streaming
the instant
Oh,
Why would
no,
they do that?
no,
Yeah.
That's the best part.
That's stupid.
I don't think
because
that's actually
no,
going to happen.
no. I read why they're going to get rid of all the like art house shit, and they're going to have more big Hollywood stuff available.
Well, as long as they have Legally Blonde too, then I'm fine.
Oh,
Well, actually,
good.
they have Legally Blondes. It's a threequel with.
But the thing is,
nieces.
like, how are you going to find stuff and line it up? Or,
Yeah,
or
I've-
search. How am I going to search on my Wii?
I don't know.
find shit.
I got a bunch
Right,
of
right
shit
now,
on
it's all
queue, yeah.
hearsay. I mean, the only news I got, they said that there was a rumor going around 2 days ago that the $7.99 plan isn't going to be unlimited streaming. That it's just going to be 2 hours a day.
Really?
And Netflix said that's absolute bullshit. That's
Oh.
not happening. It's
Okay.
unlimited for $7.99 a month.
And it's
Can I ask
staying.
Jeff a question? Because we used to call Jeff Art Film Boy.
Really?
And so how do you feel about him referencing, getting rid of all the art film shit? Come on, fight!
Well, okay.
I watched-
Here's the way I've always felt about it. I like popular forms of entertainment, and I like to be entertained by my movies, and I like to think about my movies. But the real truth is, art house and foreign puts out just as much shit as Hollywood does.
And don't forget that.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Aliens versus Ninjas was awful. Absolutely awful.
I started watching
For
it.
example,
I watched about 40 minutes of it, and I almost shot myself.
That's about how far I got into it. Too.
Well, here's my quick digression. Jimmy and I go to Sundance every year, and there are movies at Sundance that I think to myself,
I get mad.
yeah,
I get mad at judges saying like, "How the fuck did you decide that should be in the
Exactly.
festival?
Yes.
Well, like, well,
or,
the photo
Because
fi-
it's artsy? Awesome. Way to
or,
go,
or,
buddy.
or shit like Homework gets picked up
Yeah.
for distribution by Fox
Yeah.
Searchlight, and that movie
On-
is
on
so
the other hand,
fucking generic.
I would have never even seen the Michael Fassbender movie. Was it Centurion?
No.
I would have never even seen it if it hadn't been on Netflix because I didn't even know about it. So last night I'm watching this kick-ass Roman Legionnaire movie.
That was Magnolia and Magnet releasing, by the way.
I like it.
Most of the stuff they release actually is released same day, on demand, as the same day it's released in theaters.
Cool.
They're going to do the same thing, by the way, as far as I know, with Tucker and Dale versus Evil in August.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
bye.
Now back to Netflix. About 48 hours after they announced the change, a Wall Street analyst got a bunch of his people together and started calling to see if they could get through. And they called Netflix 35 times, and they were only able to get through 35 times after calling. Let's see. No, I lost the number here. Anyway,
1 million.
what it boils down to is that they didn't handle this well, Netflix.
No, they didn't.
They didn't handle it well.
Well, they just had a press release that said, "Hey, we're raising your prices."
Yeah, basically.
Deal with
Just there you go. They collected 5,000 mostly angry comments in 24 hours. A lot of the calls were backed up, and it says here that it didn't affect the investment, though. The Netflix stock rose, even with the
Because
bad.
the investors are the
No.
ones that are determining that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like they
absolutely.
hacked anybody's phones.
But you know what? Seriously,
Oh.
I work for a Fortune 500 company, and we've got 52 million.
It's Wendy's.
Yeah. I'm actually vice president in charge of Frosties.
I have a biggie.
You know, we've got 52 million customers, and sometimes somebody makes a mistake in the board of directors and lets something slip, and then you get a PR nightmare because
Yeah.
no one thought to let the people who answer phones know what's
Exactly.
going on until the last
Exactly.
minute. So yeah, okay, so they called 35 times. So what?
Could you imagine you work the phones at Netflix, and they're like, all right, we're going to tell everybody this on Tuesday, and people are like,
That's how it goes.
Wednesday's
Phone center,
suck.
work. You get an email 20 minutes before it actually happens. They go, oh, by the way, we just cut interest rates on these products and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, thanks for the heads up.
My
you know?
immediate reaction would be, my tummy hurts. I'm going home.
And you know what? You know why they don't let it out? They don't let it out for public because they know the people who work in the call centers are just going to call in sick or take vacation.
That's what I do.
You don't want to be there.
Can I just ask this?
Did you say they cut
Or
interest
blab.
rates? But they're financing value meals there? What the fuck's going on?
No, you can actually, as long as you're under the age of 12 and skinny, you can get a Happy Meal.
By the way, are there still call centers in the United States?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all here in Utah.
They're all here in
actually.
Utah. Because
Yeah.
So they're sort of in the United States.
No, we're a capture state.
Oh.
Utah is one of 5 capture states in the country where you can adapt the laws of a different state and say that you're a capture state of, say, Delaware. So we have a lot of bank call centers here. Delaware has the most liberal banking laws in the country.
Wait a minute, though. If you can do that, why can't we have legalized gay marriage here?
Oh, crazy.
Couldn't we?
That was not what I was expecting.
Oh, sorry.
Expecting when you said capture state.
Yeah, I know. It's actually, this is a bondage state too.
Do you have to sound like Apu when you answer the phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I do have an
Thank you,
Indian
come
girl.
again.
I do have an Indian girl who works for me. It's hysterical. And they're like, "Thanks for keeping jobs in America, bitch," and they hang up. It's like, I'm an American citizen. Why are you so mean to me?
That's a Wednesday night.
Let's see. You guys want to review Harry Potter?
Sure.
You two movie critics,
I'm
the
gonna be over
Harry,
here
the
plugging
Harry
my ears.
Potter.
The
Sure.
Didn't you read the book?
that doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
for me, the last 2 movies were nothing but a giant build-up.
No,
so-
no. Actually, let me go on further. The last 2 movies of Harry Potter were going out with the really hot girl, and she let you hold her hand in one, and then she let you peck her on the cheek, and you
Why are
suffer
you
with.
complaining? This sounds like your life.
Yeah, actually, it does. Yes, which explains why I was so dissatisfied with those last 2 movies as I sat there for those years with blue balls.
Pretty girl.
But the
Because
thing
those
is-
girls in the movie for him.
Touche, sir. Wow. Congratulations.
Sorry.
No, they ought to title this movie rather than Harry Potter 7.2 or Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Harry Potter happened in this movie.
It's true.
Well, now what I'm reading is that everyone thinks it's great, Up until like the last 5 minutes.
It's the last 5 minutes. Close your ears if you haven't read it. I don't really give a shit if you have or not. It's a book.
Well, you can't. I was going to say you can't really. How can there be spoilers?
Well,
I haven't seen the movie and I know everything that happens
in the
it,
last
so.
5 minutes. So basically, the film ends, right? Great, and then it kind of fades. And then it fades up with text. 19 years later. That's
Right.
how the book.
19 years later?
Yep,
That's how the
19
book
years
did.
later.
So it's exactly what the book is.
Yep.
Fine, fantastic. I get nothing more by watching Harry send off his little Justin Bieber looking kid to Hogwarts. Don't give a shit. Couldn't care less. And just because
And especially because
you pepper Daniel Radcliffe's hair, that doesn't make him look 19 years older. He looks like an asshole.
Was it 19 years? Was it 19 years in the book though? I thought it was more like
I don't know.
No, I think that's pretty close.
It was what I was hoping
something
for.
It might not be exact, but
It could be a funny idea on a movie. You could do 19 years, 29 years, whatever, but then hire other actors.
You should have hired
Yeah.
some.
But,
Oh, okay.
And I understand that would kind of steal the last Jim wink of Daniel Radcliffe and the rest of the cast because it's their series. Fine, but
we
it
should have
didn't
just
work.
waited 19 years to film the final scene.
Or,
we've already waited 12.
I'll cast an older Harry Potter right now, James Woods. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
then,
you know what
then
I
he would
actually
have
thought?
to be grandpa.
No, it's funny you mentioned that.
sending him off.
I
How about
thought
Walken?
19 years older, Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
There you
Seriously.
go. He could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
He's
So
busy with the dog.
no,
it's getting great reviews.
But
It's
it's
genuinely
really
good.
good. It's really good. I mean, it's after Vice and I talked about this. I mean, this summer started off fantastic with Thor, Bridesmaids, stuff like that. Then when Green Lantern came out, it
Yeah.
farted on everything.
Sorry, Tony.
And Green Lantern and Cars 2 and Transformers 3 all sucked. So
Balls.
this is the first one to kind of pick the pace back up, and hopefully Captain America can keep it going.
by
did
the
the
way, Jimmy,
Giants
you,
show up?
you left out that things turned around with Zookeeper.
Oh yeah, because I like TGI Fridays.
I do too.
I heard that was the most fallingest down Kevin James movie of Kevin James's career. Is that true?
Yep.
Yep.
So I have to ask. I have my tickets for Sunday. Did the Giants show up
Yes.
in the movie?
And they look.
The Minnesota Giants.
Yeah,
Barry
they're
Bonds
like-
in a steroids.
Wait a minute, Mr. Sports just said the Minnesota
Minnesota Giants.
See,
Who are they? I don't know. The fucking
Vikings,
you
but
got
the New
your
York
San
Giants are the San Francisco
and you
Giants.
got your New York Giants, so perhaps you just split the
See, I
difference.
I don't give a all fake anyway.
Hey, I'm gonna go down to this town and get some butterballs.
See, I thought you were right with the Minnesota.
Yeah, so did I.
Those are the Vikings
My
or the
daughters,
Twins.
my daughters saw the Harry
the
Potter
Timberwolves.
movie twice on the day it opened because they went to some weird screening at 4:00 in the afternoon, and they went again at midnight. And in both screenings, they said that like the sadness of people dying was mitigated by a
Songs?
different girl in each screening going.
It was an ocean of blubbering assholes in our press screening.
Blubbering asshole.
It was just the. I'm so
And,
sorry.
and, and, and,
Hey, I
and
work
by the
with
way,
Sean now.
oh, no,
Sean, I love you,
Scott,
Sean. I love you,
Scott, I
Sean.
will have you know that was Tony Toscano.
Oh God.
Okay.
Are you sure? Is that no fickle statement
No,
from
he
you?
was.
That's
he,
a fickly
It's a
statement.
fickle statement.
Tony was crying because there will be no more junkets for it.
Oh, and he can't jerk off Ben Stiller anymore. Oh wait, he can still.
It'll
do that.
probably be another
He's
five
like, where
years.
am I going to get free shrimp?
Stay out of the shrimp line. So you're wondering how is Warner Brothers going to survive?
Oh, because that is what I've been wondering,
They
Carrie.
should be fine.
I think maybe if they focused on Superman.
I think there'll be some more Batmans or something.
No, they're not taking any chances. They know that there's a guaranteed paycheck with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's what they got planned.
Perry Hotter.
Weasley World.
Oh God. Oh, I know. Reboot.
Weasley World.
Reboot.
No, they're going to expand the Harry Potter theme park attractions around the world, not just in Florida. They're also going to transform the London studio where they filmed the franchise into a tourist destination / museum.
That keeps the sets open when J.K. Rowling writes her next series of books.
I can only tell you, I have been to the one in Florida, and it's cool.
Is it?
It really is, and the ride is really. Not only is the ride a cool ride, but they have so much stuff to look at that the line almost went too fast.
Oh, really?
That's how all the lines are though, at Universal Florida. The lines are like the best part of the
Yeah.
rides.
The Spider-Man ride.
So they've also got video games planned, and there's some more stuff. It says here that Rowling wrote some like short stories.
Yeah.
She wrote it. Yeah, it was a collection of short stories.
And they're going to put them out somehow. They haven't decided yet, but Warner's owns all of the rights to, let's see, specifically print and audio and visual. It says studio owns audio and visual rights. So you're going to
Maybe
have
they'll do a
plenty-
Harry World.
There's
I
also
mean,
been the rumor that she's been opening websites. She's been registering websites under her name with Harry Potter names on
Yeah,
it.
but so you're not going to go without Harry Potter.
Oh, thank God.
He's got to go to college.
Well, and
He goes to college.
I love Harry Potter, so shut up.
Well,
no, I want to see.
you shut up.
I
How
want
about
to.
that?
I want to see a series based off of Neville Longbottom's kids.
You know, I read a thing the other day that was about like
Neville's
seven
awesome.
seven theories that make films better, like than the original story, and one of them was that Neville was the chosen one, that he
Like, they-
should have been, and Harry was just a decoy.
In the book, it's not so much that, but he kind of is in
Yeah.
a huge way because none of the shit would have happened and worked right. And Neville had him in there getting the shit kicked out of him for a year.
look at this.
Potter
Potter.
grew up to be a hot young man.
How much of this money is yours, Mr. Pierce? Potter-related businesses have helped the studio increase its operating profit to $1.1 billion last year, from $450 million in 2001 when the studio released the first film.
Wow.
Shit,
My daughter bought a wand.
that's not a wand, buddy.
Yeah,
Various-
that was a Dr. John's, and those aren't wands.
Various
My daughter.
Various Potter-related businesses have generated around 15% of the studio's operating profit in a year.
Wow.
Oh,
And what was it we were talking about before the show? It's the highest pre-selling show in history.
Yeah, it
that right?
sold
Yeah.
$32 million pre-sale,
good
Yeah.
God.
To which
So
Green Lantern
it-
said, "Wow, we made $32 million."
and it made $16 million on Harry Twatter wands. So, good job.
But-
Pierce.
by the way, suck at
45 million
Transformers.
for the midnight shows.
Yeah.
I saw
Wow.
that before I left out the office.
There's a really cool. There's a sorting hat that I saw at a store. It's a puppet, so you can wear it as a hat, but then when you take it off, you can use it as a puppet. It's really cool. So you can yell Gryffindor to
Let's get that for Scott. I'd like to see.
Well,
him
I
in that.
have had the sorting hat on the Warner Brothers lot, and it did say I was in Gryffindor.
Wow.
Congratulations, bro.
I know. It said my evil friend was in Slytherin.
You know what?
I thought you'd be a Hufflepuff.
I did the same thing, and it said I was in the Crips. I don't.
Like, I look good in red.
That was
Damn
the,
it.
That was the sorting cap. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
You wore the wrong
You
hat.
turn it sideways.
Oh,
Who was
man.
the sorting, the
The
sorting
sorting
gun?
cap, you put it on backwards,
Yeah.
kind of sideways.
Yo, you straight up tripping and grip.
Yeah, you in the cribs.
Gryffindor.
Wow, listen to
now-
all these white people trying to sound black.
Oh, you know, I
was trying to sound white.
Ah.
Stupid.
I feel so foolish.
succeeded.
Yeah, I was trying to sound like a kid from Magna. A
Yeah.
white kid from Magna is what I was trying to sound like.
I was trying to
By
sound
the-
like my employee of the month from last month.
And I will say this again about Harry Potter. If Warner Brothers is serious about milking it,
They will.
wait 5 years and reboot the
Oh yeah. No, we will.
no.
We can do effects better this time around.
That's right.
I think you should put them
Justin
all in
Bieber.
3D. Every one
They
of them
could
in
just
3D.
they could
Sure
wait
they
they
will.
could wait
course they will.
20 years and add a couple special effects sequences and say it's the special edition.
They could take all the
Absolutely.
guns
You mean
and replace them
Lucas?
with walkie-talkies.
They could change it so Harry Potter casts the spell first.
Yeah.
Let's see. Before we go to break, real quick here, does your daughter watch Teen Wolf?
I watch Teen Wolf. We
You
all
do?
watch Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is great.
That's an
I've heard it's
endorsement.
good. I haven't seen
I'm
it.
stunned.
It's really fun. It has nothing. As a matter of fact, one of my daughters watched the original on some channel the other night, and they're nothing alike other than the title.
And Styles is in it.
Do they do any van surfing?
Do your kids know that before you showed them, did they know Teen Wolf was a movie?
They knew of it, but they had not seen it.
Okay.
Is there a character named Boof in the TV show?
I don't know. No,
Because
there's not. I don't remember the movie very well.
Do they play basketball or boxing?
No, they play lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
But not much.
You're going to get to enjoy it for another season.
I know. It is really good. It is very Buffy the Vampire-ish.
Here's what it says here. It's the highest-rated new series of 2010 and 2011 on MTV. Draws nearly 1.7 million viewers each week.
And it has there's a whole backstory to it, and there's a whole thing about there are alpha wolves and beta wolves, and we don't know who the bad guy really is. And it's a great show. Watch the damn thing.
It's the guy with the shifty eyes.
Is the
and
Teen
they're
Wolf,
hot. The boys are hot.
Is the Teen Wolf pregnant on this show? Is that why it's so popular on MTV?
No, but they did almost call it
Shitting out a
16
couple cubs every now and then.
16 in Lupin.
Teen Wolf and pregnant.
Teen Wolf mom.
You did this to
This-
me.
This is so unlike anything else on MTV. Probably anything else that MTV has ever had on.
You can't deny me visitation of my cubs.
You gotta get yourself a job.
You know, honestly, this is the kind of thing that sci-fi ought to be doing.
Well, I was gonna say-
instead of the shit that they do.
Well, see, I
You
was
mean
gonna
like alphas? I watched that turd shit boat.
See, I was going to say, I saw Alphas, and then you get a good show like Stargate Universe, and it fails, but that Teen Wolf wins. It's
Wolf
just
is good.
It's just so mind-boggling to me. Anyway,
Alphas
so there you
was
go.
good too. I liked how I didn't care
Were you-
about
I mean,
anybody.
I was just going to say, I didn't hate it, but I was just bored.
Me too. I was just like, I like the one the retard that can. Read the
Oh
stuff.
my God!
What?
You just said retard
Oh, I'm sorry,
to
the-
describe the guy.
He's
You are,
acoustic.
Shannon, you are clearly a racist.
That definitely.
You're a
acoustic.
racist.
No, you're not a racist. You're a TARDist.
Isn't that a Doctor Who reference?
That
No,
is
what is he,
actually-
the autistic guy that's like, yes. Oh,
I think he
can
has the
definitely see
coolest
the-
power, though, because
He does.
he can watch TV without a TV.
Does
He
Dustin
can, he
Hoffman
can pull
play
all
it?
So
the
can I.
stuff
Just
out of
drop
the
some
air.
acid and away
He's
I
the
go.
only interesting character on the show.
Pretty much.
Well, real quick, while we're recommending TV shows, I'm watching this Torchwood.
I love
Stars.
it.
Bad
Okay,
as hell,
did
ain't
you get past the first episode?
I'm just on the first episode.
Because the first episode I thought was not great, just
thought it was
because
wonderful.
Well, just because what was
But-
missing was all the humor,
Yeah.
which does start to come in.
Well,
the next
how
couple of
about
episodes.
how about Bill Pullman as a serial killer?
That guy's
Oh my God.
creepy as hell. on that.
I couldn't believe it. The guy can act.
Yeah, who knew that?
right?
I was like, when
Who
we got
knew?
over, I looked at Charity. It's like, who knew that Bill Pullman had that in him?
I mean, he's just wonderfully creepy. Anyway, so you should be watching that as well.
Watch Torchwood. you
Torchwood is, since we're talking streaming earlier, every single anything with Torchwood is streaming on Netflix.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
if you
then
haven't
the
watched
new
it,
ones. I'm going to go
yes,
back then.
Really?
all the way up to the last season. Not the
Okay,
Star
not-
series,
okay.
but all the way up to the miniseries that was on last year or the year
watched
before.
Which I thought was
Oh,
fabulous.
have you seen that miniseries?
Yeah,
that
I did.
was
I did
so
see
good.
that.
But,
I just didn't watch the
you know,
regular
if you
series.
don't know the awesome that is Captain Jack Harkness, you owe it to yourself to pull that up. You don't even have to watch Doctor Who, but
no,
Doctor
yeah.
Who itself is some great
No,
stuff
you
too.
don't.
But
I
the
was going to
Torchwood
say
is great.
you don't have to watch Doctor Who. And as a matter of fact, if you pick up on the Miracle Day, the one that's on Stars right now, you don't have to have seen Torchwood
Anything?
before.
Self-contained is what you're
Well,
saying.
there are references that if you have seen it, because he
Little
actually
Easter eggs
he
for
talks
you.
about the last miniseries and makes comments that you aren't going to get, but it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
because the story goes forward.
Little winks to the people who that
Right.
do know,
who
but
have
Right.
followed. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, and after these
Messages will be right back.
differently abled.